What's poppin', everybody? Cerebral24. So I was fucking around on YouTube yesterday, as I do, and I saw the trailer for Metal Slug XX that's gonna be coming on the PlayStation 4 for the first time in 4K resolution. It seems it's gonna support that and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, it's the Metal Slug 7 XX remake. They released it in a bunch of platforms, and now it seems they're gonna be releasing it on the PlayStation 4 as well. Now, by the time you see this, it's already going to be up, but it's supposed to come tomorrow, the 29th of May. It's going to be available. By the time you see this, though, it'll probably be a couple of days after that, maybe. Who knows? But it got me thinking, what happened to Metal Slug? Because I saw the news yesterday, and today I was just, let me just look around a little bit, see what people think of Metal Slug and shit. And just wondering what happened to Metal Slug, because they're re-releasing the older games. They're releasing them all the time. Metal Slug 3, the first one. They released the Metal Slug Anthology. They also brought in the Metal Slug Anthology on the PlayStation 4. It was one of the first games that I got as soon as I got my PlayStation 4. Haven't played it yet. I want to play these games with somebody else, like my brother and shit. Co-op, that's the way to go. But I have the PSP version as well of the anthology. I played that a million times with my brother. But yeah, they're releasing all these older games all the time. But why don't they make a new one? That's the question that I'm wondering about. Now, some people have said, oh, the last one didn't sell well, XX and 7 didn't sell well. But when you think about it, the other ones didn't really sell all that great either. They didn't sell shit, and maybe not as bad as XX. I don't really know the numbers, but I'm just thinking top of my head here. But I'm pretty sure the first few ones sold very well. 3 sold very well. And, they were never really million dollar sellers and shit. And they would sell a couple of 100,000s, and that's it. So I'm wondering if that's the issue. Even though it doesn't look it, it's also a pretty unique style of game. So I'm wondering maybe the developers that used to make it left SNK. They don't work there anymore. They don't have anybody to make it right. Don't have the talent. Is it because they're thinking nobody gives a fuck about this kind of game? Because it's really hard. I actually suck at the game myself, but when I play that game, I want to play it like with co-op, see who can get the high score with somebody else, usually my brother, and enjoy it like that. It's just a fun game. If I just play it with lives, I probably die before I make it to the 3rd stage or something. I don't know. Is it because of the difficulty? I don't think so. Because it's kind of a shame too. I don't think a game like that is really exposed. A lot of the newer guys probably don't even know about it. And it's a shame. It's a classic game, really one of a kind. It was really fun back in the day when we used to play it on arcades, eating up all our coins. And then when I got back into it, buying the console releases and shit, some of them, not all of them. The price for XXX, speaking of which, is I'm a little iffy on that, now that I've mentioned that. It's $20. At first I was like, that's terrible, it should have been like 10. But then I got me thinking that, okay, they're gonna make it work in 4K and all the other resolution options and what have you, and all the extra features. I don't know, maybe 15 would have been alright. Who knows? I'm not against re-releasing a game like that many times because it needs all the exposure it can get, a franchise like that. But I don't know, for $20. I'll probably buy it because Leona's in there. It was my biggest regret when I got the XX on the PS Vita and the PSP, and I don't know if no, I don't have it on the PlayStation 3. It's not on the PlayStation 3, but you couldn't get Leona in Europe, and that always pissed me off. You could get it in the US for like $1, and I really just wanted her. Like, I got XX mostly because of I heard, oh wow, you can play with Leona, great. But yeah, they're gonna include her this time, so that's great. It's gonna have a bunch of other like missions and other features, but the main game is the important thing. 7 stages is not bad, but for $20, I don't know. Like I said, I'd probably buy it. I hope it sells well so that hopefully they make a new one someday. And if you guys know anything, feel free to tell me in the comments because I'm really curious. I'm trying to find out information. I didn't really get much I know a few other people like me are wondering if they're ever going to make another one, and it's a shame. We want a new Metal Slug game, and I always wanted them to make them bigger, like make them kind of bigger and add in some more wacky, cool, awesome stuff. That's what Metal Slug is about. Thinking about it now, I mean, they recycle a lot of the sprites and a lot of the stuff when they make these kinds of games anyway. That's the beauty of it. The sprite for the characters and some of the weapons and enemies and stuff. So I don't know, does it really cost too much to make and it's not going to sell enough to make a return? I don't know. You guys can tell me. SibRolf94, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. What's up?